Hi. So I'm on vacation this week down in Louisiana where my family's from, and every time I've been here for the last few years, I've seen this cutting board. It's my stepmother's and it was made by a member of her family, and this time I decided I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. So I thought since I had the camera here, I'd go ahead and show you guys how I do it with just a couple sheets of sandpaper, a couple clamps, and a thing of wood glue. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and refinish it. I'm gonna do a nice oiling video. So stay tuned and watch how we get this done.
So first I needed to check and see what the condition of the edges. As you can see, they fit together pretty well, so I wouldn't need to remove too much material, but I did want to make sure there was a good surface for the glue to adhere to when I was putting the pieces back together. So now I'm feeling the edge after sanding with 80 grit for a little bit. I just want to see if there's any still spots, and you can see that dark spot right there that I do want to try and get rid of, so I'm going to go back at that.
So after going through with just the 80 grit sandpaper, I'm actually pretty happy with the smoothness of these, and since I do want a bit of a roughness for the glue to be able to adhere to and contact these two parts, I'm not even gonna use the 150 grit. I'm still gonna keep it out because I might wanna do some finishing afterwards, but I'm gonna go ahead and move straight into glue up.
So it's a pretty straightforward glue up. The problem is, since I wasn't in my own shop, I didn't have access to my clamps or cauls or any really extra pieces of wood, so I'd be able to keep them straight. All I had were two 12-inch and two 6-inch clamps that I'd gotten in a 4-pack at the local big box store. So the 12-inch clamps worked for side to side, but unfortunately the 6-inch clamps weren't quite big enough by about half an inch. So I only had those two. Now you won't see this right here, but off camera I do add the 6-inch clamps to try and keep the pieces aligned on either end, and I didn't have any clamps in place on that top rounded handle, which worked out just fine, as you'll see coming up. So there you see those two extra 6-inch ones that I used to align, and actually they worked really well. I was very happy. There was no obvious ridge when I ran my finger across it. The only real downside to not having any protective pieces is I've got those nice big circle marks, but just sanded them away. Off camera, I did go ahead and re-sand the whole outside with the 80 grit and 150 grit just to get it nice and smooth and clean and get rid of the clamp marks. So here I am. I'm using a Butcher Block conditioner, so wax-based with mineral oil. Mostly to refinish because it definitely looked like this thing hadn't seen any love in a long time. So I'm layering it on really thick, and I gave it quite a while to sit, well over the usual 20 minutes, probably closer to 45 minutes before wiping off the excess. And at the end of that 45 minutes, there was very little excess at that point, so I was really happy. You can actually see this is after 45 minutes. There's very little excess to wipe off, just a little bit so that it wasn't still wet and tacky on the outside, but see a lot of that was absorbed in. There's some really nice color on it now. So it's pretty much done.
So after a few hours and a couple of coats of the wax, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out, and more importantly so is my dad and my stepmom. Very easy to just go ahead and repair this. Could have done a better job with more tools, absolutely. But I didn't need them, and neither do you, to just do some simple household repairs every now and then. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the thumbs up button down there. Please subscribe for more videos like this and more videos of me in the future. And if you did enjoy this, maybe you'll enjoy my upcoming video and I complete the construction of a coffee table. All right, see you later.